Hey guys, I wanted to record this while it was still raw because I'm well aware you'll get loads of people on Facebook, they check in to go, I'm in hospital, or they'll put pictures of waiting room, their feet in waiting rooms and things like that. But you never get anyone come and check in and tell you how it went, and that annoys me because I feel like if you're going to bring your audience along with the worry and the concern and everything that you've got medical stuff going on, kind of owe them an answer as well when you get answers yourself. So I'm just back from ultrasound. I'm very emotional, so there's a high chance I might cry during this for two reasons. One, I thought I was going to have injections today in my foot, and as somebody that's lived with arthritis since I was 10 years old, I've got lots of bad experiences of having my joints injected. It's just not fun, especially when you have JIA, because a lot of the time they would like put you to sleep when they had your injections, and then suddenly you're an adult and you have to have them awake, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. So I was going in for my foot. I've had a problem with my foot since February, actually since one of our community meetups in, I think it was February in Norwich, where a group of us went to a gig, and my foot started getting very painful when I was standing at the gig. And it's been like a hot poker in it ever since. Doesn't matter if I rest, doesn't matter if I walk, doesn't matter if I move it, if I do nothing, hot, cold, anything, it just doesn't help. Went to the doctors, physio, lots of people saying it was plantar fasciitis, which I've had a little bit in the past, and it didn't feel like that, because when I rested, it didn't get better. There was no rhyme or reason for it, but caused me lots of pain. And there's no, like I say, I can be sitting in the cinema and I can just randomly start throbbing on me for no reason. I've also rolled my ankle lots over the last few months, so I'll feel unsteady on it and not know why. Anyway, I was convinced it wasn't plantar fasciitis, but went along with it, went for the ultrasound, and thankfully I do have some answers. Sorry, I'm sweating, that's anxiety. I do have some answers in that I have a condition called, I'm going to need to look it up. So I had to look up the condition because I couldn't remember it. So I've got something called plantar fibromatosis, which is essentially a usually sort of benign growth in my foot, or sort of nodule in my foot in the arch, which is exactly where the pain is coming from. It can sometimes feel like walking on stones, apparently. I haven't experienced that, but it explains why I've been unsteady and keep rolling my ankle. And yeah, so good news, no steroid injection, which is brilliant, because there was no thickening of my plantar fasciitis. However, it does mean I face another problem, because apparently it can keep growing. I don't know enough about the condition yet. I'm gonna have to see a foot specialist or surgeon, they said, potentially. So as I understand it, the treatment is to either remove it or radiotherapy was mentioned. I don't understand any of the details yet, but at least I've got answers. And I said to my wife, like, should I record this in the moment reaction video? And she said yes, because her words were, it's important that people know to advocate for themselves. That's true, because I've been saying for months it was not plantar fasciitis. Just the patterns of it, I walk 5 or 6 miles a day, and it didn't matter if I missed a day of walking or did more, it got no better or worse. It didn't indicate anything sort of inflammatory. I must admit, I thought it was going to be enthesitis because of my psoriatic disease. It's not, which is great, which means my biologics are working. But yeah, I've got lots of questions at this point, but I don't know enough about the condition. So if you drop me any questions, I ain't going to be able to answer them. But you can go Google, I've forgotten what it's called again. They plantar fibromatosis, did I say? I think. But yeah, essentially a growth in my foot. Unknown cause, it can come from damage apparently. But maybe it's an overreaction. Funny that, with all my other conditions. What a surprise, Joel's body overreacts. But yeah, a little bit nervous about what that looks like to get it treated. But, and maybe I shouldn't have gone on Wikipedia for it. But at least we have answers, guys. Thank you for all the support. And also, I want to give a big shout out to those around me who have suffered from me being very anxious and on edge this last week or two whilst I've waited for this appointment, hence me sweating. Yeah, I've not been fun to be around, but it's just so many bad experiences with steroid injections and scans and things in the past. That, yeah, I know I haven't been fun to be around, so I'm sorry for that. But some good news, guys, and I hope you appreciate the update, because I don't think we get enough of them from people. I think we get lots of, I'm checking in the hospital with some unspecified random DM me, hun, kind of thing. So I'm here to give you an update and tell you what's going on after the appointment. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But for those community members that were with us for that meetup in February, just, you know, you didn't break me. It was an issue that was already there, and it was just growing to the point where I now am very uncomfortable, but it took a while, obviously, for me to feel it. So yeah, more updates on that soon, no doubt, and I hope you appreciate the video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.